Every morning, Ethan would check his phone before brushing his teeth. Not for messages, not for the weather, but for that one tiny red number, his bank balance. And every morning it felt the same. A small jolt of anxiety that sat right under his ribs, like a heartbeat he couldn't ignore. He made good money, decent job, decent apartment, but somehow, month after month, he never really kept it. He wasn't wasteful. He wasn't reckless. He was just drifting. You know that feeling? When your wallet feels like a leaky faucet, you can't see where it's dripping, but you know it's dripping. That was Ethan. Until one day, without really planning it, he started changing. Not with a grand plan, not with some get-rich spreadsheet, but through 10 small habits that started saving him without him even thinking. And that's what this story is about. 1. The habit of the invisible expense. It started on a random Tuesday. Ethan was scrolling through his subscriptions. Spotify, Netflix, Canva, Grammarly, Amazon Prime. Stuff he barely noticed each month. $5 here, $8 there, but then he saw the total. Almost $200 a month. He laughed, but it wasn't funny. That's when he realized the world is designed to charge you quietly. So he did something simple. He canceled what didn't make his life feel better. No guilt, no overthinking. Just asked, if this subscription vanished tomorrow, would I notice? Half of them disappeared that night, and suddenly he was saving $2,000 a year without doing a thing. That was habit 1. Cut what you don't feel. 2. The 24-hour rule. A week later, he caught himself almost buying a $300 pair of headphones because they looked perfect. You know that itch when something feels like it'll complete you. But then he stopped. He remembered a rule he read online. If you want something, wait 24 hours. If you still want it tomorrow, buy it. So he waited. And the next day, the want was gone. He laughed again. Turns out most of his wants had a 24-hour expiration date. That was habit 2, delay desire. Most wants are temporary visitors. 3. The ghost transaction check. Every Sunday, Ethan opened his banking app and scrolled through his expenses. Not to judge himself, just to look. He called it his ghost check, because half the things he paid for were things he didn't even remember buying. The Uber ride when he could have walked, the convenience store snacks, the emergency pizza. It wasn't about guilt, it was about awareness. He began to notice a pattern, how spending often happened in moments of boredom, not need. Awareness became his armor. That was habit 3. See your ghosts before they haunt your wallet. 4. The habit of silent saving. Ethan didn't trust himself to save manually because willpower is a fragile thing, so he made saving invisible. Every payday, his bank automatically split his deposit, 90% to checking, 10% to savings. No decision, no click, no discipline required. 3 months later, he opened his savings account. There it was, a small mountain he didn't even feel building. That's when it hit him. It's not about saving what's left, it's about saving first and spending what's left. That was habit 4. Make saving happen while you sleep. 5. The habit of emotional receipts. Money isn't just math, it's emotion disguised as numbers. Ethan realized that certain purchases gave him a small dopamine hit, but some gave peace. He started asking himself, how did this make me feel? The fancy dinner? Fun for an hour, guilt for a week? The weekend road trip? Expensive but unforgettable. The new book? Peaceful, grounding, worth every penny. He started keeping what he called emotional receipts. Not paper ones, just quiet mental notes. That was habit 5. Spend on what makes you feel richer, not what makes you look richer. 6. The habit of the second wallet. One night, Ethan saw an old friend, a guy who always seemed financially calm. He asked him how he managed it. The friend said something weird. I have 2 wallets. One was digital, his bank card. The other was physical, a simple envelope with $200 in cash, his play money. That cash was his permission to live. Coffee, movies, small joys. And when it ran out, he stopped spending. Because cash has weight. It makes you feel the cost. So Ethan tried it. And suddenly he realized he was spending less but feeling more satisfied. That was habit 6. Separate your spending. Give your fun a boundary. 7. The future you tax. Ethan started tricking himself. Every time he got unexpected money, a tax refund, a small freelance job, he split it. Half for future Ethan, half for now Ethan. He called it the future you tax. Half went to savings, half went to guilt-free joy. He didn't deprive himself. He just made his future self a shareholder in his present happiness. And you know what? The future started feeling less scary. That was habit 7. Reward the future, even when the present feels urgent. 8. The habit of upgrading slowly. We live in an upgrade culture. New phone, new car, new apartment, because we deserve it. But Ethan realized something. Every upgrade resets your baseline. When he got a nicer apartment, it felt magical for a month, then normal. When he bought a better phone, it was exciting for a week, then invisible. So he started upgrading slowly, one thing at a time. He didn't chase the new, he waited until the old truly broke. It made every upgrade feel earned again. That was habit 8. Don't move your comfort line faster than your gratitude line. 9. The habit of small money rituals. Every Friday, Ethan did something odd. He'd make a coffee, open his laptop, and check his finances, but not with dread. He played soft jazz, made it feel ceremonial. He called it Money Friday, a ritual, not a chore. He didn't obsess over numbers. He just checked his balance, updated his notes, smiled at progress. And over time, the anxiety faded. Because what we make sacred stops feeling scary. That was habit 9. Turn money management into a ritual, not a reaction. 10. The habit of enough. This one took time, years even. One evening, Ethan walked home from work and saw a man sitting by the river. Old clothes, small radio, peaceful face. He was smiling at the sunset like it was the richest thing on earth. That night, Ethan wrote in his journal, "Maybe wealth isn't how much I earn, but how little I need." And that changed everything. Because once you define enough, you stop running, you stop comparing, you stop chasing numbers that never end. You start living. That was habit 10. Decide you're enough, so the world doesn't decide it for you. Ethan never became rich overnight, but 6 months later he felt something new. Quiet control. No panic when the bills came. No guilt after a night out. Just calm. A kind of peace you can't buy, only build. He wasn't saving to hoard. He was saving to breathe. Because money isn't just about the digits in your account. It's about safety, freedom, space to dream without fear whispering in your ear. And the best part? You don't need to be perfect. You just need habits that save you, even when you're not thinking about them. So tonight, when you check your balance, don't sigh. Don't curse the number. Just ask yourself, what if I built small habits today that took care of me tomorrow? Because one day, when you least expect it, you'll wake up, check your phone, and realize something has changed. That quiet anxiety under your ribs? Gone. And in its place, a peace you earned, dollar by dollar, habit by habit. Simple steps, quiet results. Because the richest people are often the calmest.